Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video of Be the Best DFS Daily Fantasy Sports Talk. Today is Thursday, September 8th, 2016, and I'm going to be going over my lineup strategy for the MLB on FanDuel's main slate for tonight. I hope you all got a chance to see my video I put out earlier today on the NFL. I'm really excited about that. Initially, I wasn't even going to do a baseball video because I was just so focused on the NFL, but then I gave it a second thought. It's a short slate, only about 7 games, I believe, so I might as well give it a shot. Recap on last night, my best lineup put up 134 points. I basically broke even with my money. I won $10 in a $2 quintuple contest. David Price, he was right. The price is right. Hope y'all saw that video. The Brewers didn't do what I expected them to do. Jonathan VR, he had a good game. But, like I said, I broke even with my money. And anytime I can win anything, I just count the wins as a blessing. But, yeah, yesterday is over with. It's a new day, a new opportunity to be great, a new opportunity to be the best. So, for tonight's slate for the MLB, I'm starting off at the pitcher position, the most important position, as you know, for FanDuel. My favorite pitcher for tournaments and GPPs tonight is A.J. Cole of the Washington Nationals for 6,500. It's a short slate, and there are not really that many good options in my opinion. I think Jaime Garcia for the St. Louis Cardinals, I think he's a great play, but there are some legit weather concerns in St. Louis, and I just don't like picking players in games where there's weather concerns because I get so frustrated when the game is postponed or delayed and the pitcher doesn't play. So if I wasn't considering weather, I would say Garcia. But since I read that there are some possible weather concerns, I like A.J. Cole, going up against the Philadelphia Phillies. If you look at his game log, his last game he had 42 fantasy points on the road at New York against the New York Mets. So I think that was real impressive. He only played 3 games on the season, but like I said, I think the win security is there with the Nationals. The Phillies, they're not that good of a team. It's a National League game, so you get the pitcher spot up to bat, and he got a great price at 6,500. So A.J. Cole, he's definitely my top play for GPPs and tournaments tonight. And really, I think he's the top cash game play as well. Like I said, Garcia is good, but I'm scared about the weather. And as far as any of the other pitchers on the slate, I'm honestly not interested in anyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the rest of my lineup. And for tonight, my lineup is looking real presidential. I say presidential because, I'm basing my lineup around the Nationals who play in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital where the president is in the White House. So, I'm going to talk about this national stack that I have. So, like I said, I already got A.J. Cole at pitcher. And for the rest of the stack, I love Daniel Murphy at second base. BVP statistic play. Going up against the pitcher, Asher. He's only had 1 career at bat versus Asher, and he has 1 career home run. Lefty versus righty matchup. They say the weather is supposed to be conducive to good hitting. I believe the temperatures are kind of high in D.C. The wind is supposed to be slightly blowing to right field, so I definitely like Daniel Murphy for 4,100 at second base. The next part of the national stack that I have in this current lineup, you can't leave out Trey Turner. He leads off, he steals bases. For 4,100, Trey Turner in the outfield. I think that's a given. If you stack the Nationals, I can't see any way that you leave Trey Turner out. And then the fourth part, of the national stack, Bryce Harper. That's another player that you can't leave out. So Murphy, Harper, A.J. Cole at pitcher, and Trey Turner. Harper and Murphy, again, lefty versus righty matchups. It's supposed to be good hitting conditions, and the wind is supposed to be blowing out a little to right field. So those 4 plays for the Nationals, that's what I'm basing my lineup around. As for the other positions, as you know, I'm a big BVP statistics guy. In the outfield, I like Nelson Cruz for 4,300. Very, very high price tag, but I feel it's worth the investment in tournaments. BVP statistic wise, he's batting 294 with 2 career home runs versus Derek Holland. So yeah, I definitely like Cruz. Look at his game log. Last 4 games, if you exclude last night, September 7th, 18.9 fantasy points. September 5th, 12.7 fantasy points, and September 4th, 21.7 fantasy points. Let me give a little more detailed information about Cruz. He hasn't homered since September 4th, but again, the BVP statistics, I believe in him. Lefty versus righty matchup. I like Nelson Cruz tonight. High price tag, but if he can get a homer, maybe 2, it's all worth it. Another player I have is a BVP statistical play. At third base, I got Evan Longoria for 3,800. Now, he has some crazy BVP statistics versus CC Sabathia. Let me find that. He's batting 400 with 7 career home runs versus Sabathia. I believe the sample size is like 70 at bats. But it's a lefty versus righty matchup. Yankee Stadium is a small ballpark. It's better for left-handed power. But, with those stats, 7 career home runs, I'll plug Longoria in there. And the last 2 that I have in this current lineup, I'm most likely going to have to make adjustments because it seems like whoever I have in my lineup, they never start, once the lineups come out. But I got Dan Dae-Ho Lee for the Seattle Mariners at first base. He's 3 for 8 versus Derek Holland with 2 career home runs. Righty versus lefty matchup and a favorable price of 2,800 salary. So I definitely like Dae-Ho Lee as a sneaky player at first base because we know first base is normally a position that you don't pay down for. So I think it's a good contrarian move and a good tournament play. So hopefully he can get another home run off of Holland. And the last play I got in this current lineup is Chris Iannetta of the Seattle Mariners for 2,400. Another good BVP play. He's batting, find that real quick. He's batting 346 with 1 career home run. I'm not sure I forgot what the sample size was, but lefty versus righty matchup. He typically hasn't been playing every day, so I don't even know if he's going to start. But if he does start, I like Chris Iannetta to go along with Dae-Ho Lee and Nelson Cruz as a Seattle Mariners mini stack. Now I talked about how I have my lineup now. I'm just going to do a quick overview of each position of other possible players you can play if you're not in agreement with the players that I have. At catcher, I like the guy from Colorado. I'm not Tom Murphy. I really like him. He hit a homer on last night. He got 2 home runs within his last 3 games. I guess he just been called up recently. Now, granted, those games was at Coors Field, so it's a little easier to hit. And tonight they playing at San Diego, a tougher ballpark. But at a favorable price tag of $2,400, I think he's a great play for tournaments and GPPs. Also, Martin Maldonado for the Milwaukee Brewers. He has 1 career home run versus Jaime Garcia, lefty versus righty matchup. St. Louis is a tough ballpark, but a good price tag of $2,400. He sat out last night, so Maldonado, think he's a good play, possible for tournaments or GPPs. Basically, tonight, I think at catcher, you don't want to pay up for. I think it's a position that you want to punt for. Brian McCann playing at Yankee Stadium, I just don't know about him. I mean, he's in the right ballpark for left-handed power, but he just be so inconsistent. But if you're not in favor of paying down or punting that catcher, definitely Brian McCann or Gary Sanchez. I guess they all could be in play, but me, I'm not paying up for catcher. Not tonight. First base, like I said, I got Lee, but other possible plays. definitely Joey Votto for the Cincinnati Reds at 3,800. A good BVP play. I think he's 1 for 3, I believe, with 1 career home run versus Ivan Nova. So definitely you could throw him in there. Chris Carter, he could be a good play. He's going up against a lefty. I think he's also 1 for 3 versus Jaime Garcia with 1 career home run. Ryan Howard, but I'm using the Nationals pitcher, so I don't have any interest in him. But Ryan Howard, he has 1 career home run versus AJ Cole, so definitely him. And as I was looking at his player pool, I see I'm not going to use him, but I think it's interesting. Josh Bell for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let me look at him real quick. He's batting second tonight, and he's at a very, very good price. So, I'm sorry, I'm just reading. He's a switch hitter, so Josh Bell, I think if you need to save money, he might be a nice play also, batting second in the order. So, definitely him. And, hold on, sorry, got some notifications popping up on my phone. That's about it at first base. Not going to make this video real long. Now second base, like I said, I got Murphy, but there are 3 other plays that I think are great plays tonight if you can find a way to fit them in your lineup, maybe with a stack or a one-off. Logan Forsythe leading off for the Tampa Bay Rays at 3,900. Let me read that real quick. He's batting .421 with 2 career home runs. Lefty versus righty matchup versus CC. So definitely Forsythe. I think he's in play. Ruben Odor, he's in play too, I believe. Sorry. Odor, I think he's 5 for 10 versus T1 Walker with 1 career home run. And Odor, he's a left-handed batter, so it's a lefty versus righty matchup. Seattle's just a tougher ballpark, and I really like Murphy tonight. But definitely, if you want to save Odor, and the last good play I think is Robinson Cano. Great BVP statistics versus Derek Holland. 356 with 2 career home runs. Believe the sample size may be like 50 at bats or more. So definitely, other than Murphy, Forsythe, Odor, and Robinson Cano, I think they are great plays tonight at second base. A BVP play, Brandon Phillips, 4 for 9 with 2 career home runs, batting .444 versus Ivan Nova. So he could be a good play, but the park in Pittsburgh is supposed to be bad for right-handed power. So, but Phillips, if you want to save some money and be contrarian, definitely Brandon Phillips. And I think that's about all for second base. I'm going to move on to the next position real quickly. Third base. I like Nolan Arenado for 3,900. Tough ballpark, but let me look at my research. Yeah, he got 1 career home run versus the pitcher that he's facing. I think the pitcher for San Diego is Clayton Richard, but again, tough ballpark in San Diego. Kyle Seager, he's batting a career .250 in 40 at-bats with 2 career home runs versus Derek Holland. Lefty-lefty matchup, but Seager, he's proven that, he can be a good player with a lot of high upside. He's the highest priced third baseman on the board also, but if you want to use him in a Seattle Mariners stack, I definitely can see that as an option. I always leave this guy out. I can't never fit him in my national stack, but Anthony Rendon, he's a good play, but, I'm always stacking the Nationals a lot lately, and I just always have to leave him out. Another BVP play, Adrian Beltre. Let me look at this. 538 with 1 career home run versus Taijuan Walker. I think that's how you pronounce his first name, Taijuan Walker. But yeah, anyway, Adrian Beltre. I think he's a great play at third base. Just kind of looking through the list, and that's about it that I see at third base. Again, for right now, I like Longoria the best. I like that BVP stat of 7 home runs. That's pretty amazing. Oh, I forgot to mention in my original lineup, after the National stack and the Seattle Mariners mini stack, for right now as a salary decision, I got Freddie Galvis in my lineup. Now I know that's contradictory when I have AJ Cole as my pitcher, but if Galvis just get like maybe a solo home run and AJ Cole, that's the only run he give up, I'm fine with that. You know, Galvis, he's a switch hitter, and tonight the weather's supposed to be good for left-handed bats. He got 16 home runs on the season. So mainly as a salary decision, I got Freddie Galvis, but I may adjust that and put somebody else in there. I'm looking at the player pool. I see Jose Peraza for Cincinnati. He's leading off, and he's 2,700. So I may use him instead. But at the shortstop really doesn't look good tonight in my opinion. But I would have to say the top play for me would be Didi Gregorius for 3,000. Left-handed hitter at Yankee Stadium, lefty versus righty matchup. Definitely Didi Gregorius. I think he's the top play cash games as well as tournaments. I just can't afford him now unless I make some other adjustments. I'll make some adjustments and try to fit Gregorius in there because I really, really like Gregorius tonight. Definitely. And last position, outfield. Like I said, I think it's some weather concerns in St. Louis, but Ryan Braun is in a lefty versus righty matchup. He has one career home run versus Jaime Garcia, but I don't think he's batting for a high average. So I don't know what to say about that. Just looking at the outfield positions, I like Gregory Polanco for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I definitely like him in the lefty versus righty matchup going up against, Dan Straley of the Cincinnati Reds. I don't think he have any impressive BVP stats versus him, but Polanco, he does have, the ability to put up high fantasy numbers. A BVP statistic, Jason Worth, he has one career home run versus the pitcher for the Phillies, Alec Asher. Just kind of looking through. Yeah, it's a short slate. Like I said, that's about all I see, in the outfield position. Just want to make sure I don't leave nobody out. Gutierrez for Seattle, he has one career home run versus Derek Holland. That's a lefty versus righty matchup. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. That's about it. That's my lineup strategy for tonight. Hopefully, it translates into success. Again, I think Garcia is the best pitcher if you didn't have to think about weather. But because I'm considering that weather, I definitely like AJ Cole as my top pitcher for tournaments and GPPs. He had a good game his last game, 42 fantasy points on the road. So hopefully he can have a equal, if not better, game at home versus a lower quality team in the Philadelphia Phillies. And so I'm basing my lineup around him and three other nationals, to make my lineup presidential. Bryce Harper, Daniel Murphy, and Trey Turner. And the rest of my lineup was basically some BVP statistic plays. Nelson Cruz, the lefty killer. Evan Longoria, 7 home runs versus CC Sabathia. Dae-Ho Lee for Seattle. He got a couple home runs and only 8 at-bats versus Derek Holland. And Chris Iannetta at catcher for Seattle. Batting .346 with a home run with a nice sample size. Now at shortstop, I do have Galvis, but, as I was doing this video and thinking about it, I got to find a way to put Didi Gregorius in there. So I'm going to find a way to do that after I close out this video. But, that's it for my lineup strategy, my presidential lineup. And as always, I want to thank everyone who's taken the time out to view this video. And I thank everyone so much who's subscribed to the YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. Thank you for everyone who's following the Facebook group. following the Twitter account and the Instagram page at Be The Best DFS, or just search the hashtag Be The Best DFS. Definitely thank y'all for all the support. Excited about tonight. Definitely excited about football season just starting off, and excited about the baseball too. You never know. I might have a good night. But that's about it. Didn't want to make this video too long. If y'all like the video, please subscribe, leave some comments, and just hit me up. I love talking about this daily fantasy sports industry, and just sharing my ideas, and just trying to help others, and interacting with people, and just trying to get better and win this money. But yeah, again, that's about it. Good luck to everyone. Hope y'all win some money, and get ready for this football this weekend. It's going down. And I'll just leave y'all with what I always leave y'all with. Try to be the best tonight. All right, I'm out.